Let's look at another literal equation. So remember, literal equations are where we have mostly variables and we're wanting to solve for a particular variable. This particular equation, 1 over a equals 1 over b plus 1 over c, comes up a lot. So we're going to, and it involves quite a few little tricks. So let's kind of look at it from a mathematical perspective. What we want to do is solve for c. And what a lot of students do is they don't pay attention to that these are fractions. They just flip them all over and make it a equals b plus c. Absolutely not correct. Don't do that. Okay, this is a fraction. It is an equation of fractions. How do we get rid of fractions? We multiply everything by the common denominator. So what you're going to want to do is first off, find your common denominator here. What is the common denominator? And don't overthink it. One of everything that appears and the highest exponent in any one of those. So our common denominator here is literally just going to be ABC, right? Now, we're going to multiply both sides of this fraction by ABC in the numerator. And so that will distribute into the numerators of all of these. So we're going to get ABC over A is equal to ABC over B plus ABC over C. And when we look at it like that, look at what happens. The A's in the first fraction cancel, the B's in the second fraction cancel, and the C's in the third fraction cancel. So what do we end up with here? We end up with BC is equal to AC plus AB. Now, we want to get C by itself. We want to get C by itself. And you would be um, tempted here to just divide both sides by b and be like, oh, c's by itself. Okay, that's not what they're looking for because there's a c on the right and a c on the left. What we want is the letter c equal to an equation that does not have the letter c in it. And that's a little bit trickier. So how do I make two c's into one c? We use a little technique where I call it together factor divide. But the idea is if it's got the thing that we want to solve for in it, we need all of those together on one side of the equation and everything else that doesn't have the letter C in it together on the other side of the equal sign. So I'm going to subtract AC over to the left. So we get BC minus AC is equal to negative AB. I call this the together step because we're getting anything with a C together on one side of the equation by itself. Now, how do I take a C in both of these and turn it into one letter C? Well, what do both of these have in common? The letter C. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor out that letter C, and that will leave us with C times B minus A. So our second step is to factor out the thing that is in common that we're trying to solve for. That's how we turn two of them into one. And then the last thing that we're going to do is to get C by itself, we need to divide by whatever's multiplied by that C, which in this case is B minus A. So we're going to get C is equal to negative AB over B minus A. And that is solved for our variable.